Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Bandeyam Sigurura Sri Juta Pado Kamalam Sri Guruna Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahogana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Sajipam Shadaitam Shabadhutam Parijana Shaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shahogana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitam Cha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradaine Gaurakatha Dhamadaya Nagar Grama Tarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Siyadaita Gadadhar Sivashadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So I just thank you to everybody, those who are participating in this class. Who is this Kali Prabhu or Mataji? I don't understand. Can you please to come to the camera? Welcome to Vishakha Mataji, Aarti Mataji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Where you get our this ID?
The ID, it was Mataji, friend of mine that sent to me, but I thought I was listening to a lady.
Yeah. Oh, you are thinking that you are listening from
Oh,
lady.
okay. Here you are. Yes, I see you. Okay.
Okay. So, thank you. You are from where?
I'm from Portugal, but I'm in the UK.
Okay, you are in UK. It's very good. Thank you so much. So, I am always to giving the class, but my class is one condition. Don't switch off the camera, because when I give class, you have to put on and sit. Okay? Otherwise, this is one of the disrespect. So you don't think about it's not an online class. This is you are thinking. I am to sitting in front of one of the coach. He is my guideliner. He is giving some tips to be enlightened my spirituality and to enlighten my future. So you have to camera on, because most of the time foreign devotees have they have the idea that class means switch off and sitting. What is the speaker saying? We don't understand. I don't know that who am I speak. So I like that those who come to the class is welcome, but must be switch on. Thank you so much. What is your name? Kali. Okay, it's very nice. Yes, they are from South Africa. This is Vishakha Mataji from South Africa. This is
Hare Krishna Prabhu, pronounce. Hare Krishna Mataji, pronounce.
This is Aarti Mataji also from South Africa. Thank you so much. So today,
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Haribol. So today I will discuss, I think so that you got the which Mataji's advertisement, that is we are finished in the 6:30. There is another class also happened. You understand? So now I have to speak about the art of speaking today. And because most of the time in this material world, we can see that all kinds of relationship, all kinds of and the misconception is creating by your words. That's why if you read in the Nectar of Devotion, a Nectar of Instruction, the Rupa Goswami says that the first sloka, Vacho Begam, that if we wanted to become a good devotee And same time, if you wanted to maintain the material relationship, we have to controlling our space. Prabhupada gave an example. A frog went to make a too much sound. That time he is to bring his teeth, because when a frog is making a so much noisy sound, then the snake will come and gloves. Same right. If we are just too unnecessary, we are speaking too much, that means we are losing our personality. First, I am coming to the sum of the point. If we too much speaking, what kind of problematic situation we can face it? First, if you too much speaking, then you are losing your if you too much speaking, then you are losing your personality. When you too much speaking, then people will think about you are not very the personalities, the good personality person. They think you are a losing person. So you take a pen and paper and write, Kali, if you wanted to take some note, you can keep a pen and paper. First is, if you are just to speak too much, that means you are in less personality person. People, they are just like he's too much speaking. So you are become a less speaker. Second is, if you are too much speaking, then you are losing your energy. Too much speaking means you are losing your energy. Another thing, when you are too much speaking, then people will thinking about you are so much talkative. So much talkative. Fourth things, when you are speaking too much, then people will think when you too much speaking, then you are not speaking too much philosophy. You are speaking the nonsense. Because the philosophy is certain time you are speaking, after that you are going to the nonsense. You are going to the nonsense speaking. That we can see material world. First, like here is your all Matajis here. I am asking, oh Kali, how are you? I am having a connection problem. What is the problem? Can you hear me? It's gone. So, so you can that time. Problem is that you cannot to get the not too much in philosophy. You are that time going to the nonsense things when you are speaking too much. Another point, when you are too much speaking, that time you cannot to go to the deeper, because when you are less speaker, then you become a thinker than a speaker. But when you are too much speaking, that time you are less thinking, but too much speaking. This is the problem. And another thing is that when you are be so much talkative, that time you are not understanding which position, which situation, what should we say, what should we speak, what should we to say the right, that you not to considering that time. You are just like a blah, blah, blah things you are speaking. Such kind of situation we are just to facing if we are not to be a less or mindful speaker. We not to in Krishna consciousness say that you are becoming a less speaker. We are saying you become a mindful speaker, because if your speech is not to connecting with the hair, then it is a problem. That's why it is saying your mouth should be connecting with the heart. If your mouth is connecting with the nonsense mind, then it is a problem. That's why you keep in the one of the picture. Mouth should be connecting with the what? Heart. Mouth not should be connecting with the your nonsense mind. Then you are saying something nonsense. But when your mouth will connecting with the heart, then it is coming to some spiritual word and rosy word. What is make a good relationship and deeper understanding? You understand? Modern days, most of the people are speaking mind, not from the heart. They are speaking from the mind. And mind is a rascal. That's why people are speaking the nonsense things. That's why we are speaking not through the mind. We are speaking through the heart. That is make a strong relationship and a strong behavior. That's why what we should do, what we can do it. So first now we first to get the problems. And it is also Bhagavatam says, you know, another thing is that Bhagavatam says, in this material world when it comes, that time Krishna selected for our how many speech we can, how many sentence we can say, how many breathing we can do, how many in the like steps we can walk, everything has a measurement. If you use it for the material purpose, then it will be deducted. But one place, Krishna keep it that that is not to be deducted. If you are breathing, if your speech, you are using for Krishna, they are not to be deducted. Such I'm giving example. Maybe for your life, for 50 years life, Krishna selected that you can 1,000 word you will speak in your 50 years. So if you speak the nonsense or mundane or material, then every word when you are telling, like every day you 100 words you say, then every day 100 words you will deduct it from the 1,000. But in between, you are daily speaking the 100 words, but you are daily speaking the 500 words, but 100 in mundane and 400 in the that is in spiritual. Then 400 not to be cut from the 1,000. Only 100 cut from the 1,000. 100 cut from the 1,000. So it is like that. It is like a bank. When you are deposit fixed FD to make your money, so there your profit you can use it, but you are just like I'm giving example. When you make a FD for 1 year, that time government like your 100,000 rand, the government is giving like a 5%. So every month you can get it the 500 rand. So you can use it only 500, but not from the 100,000. But if you wanted to use it 100,000, then it will be deducted from the your main deposit. But if you only to use it your 500, then never can deduct it from the 100,000. Clear? So this is we have to understand. If we are our speech to using for the Krishna's katha, then it will never be deducted. So whatever balance you are brought it for your life, for your life. You understand? Now you have to go to that. We should speak when it is necessary to speak. Now come to the some points. How do you read controlling your speech? First point, we should speak when it is necessary to speak. That's why how to control our speaking. We should speak when it is necessary. That means unnecessary word you not to speak. You know that who is unnecessary word is speaks? Those who are idle person. Those who have a lot of idle time. So they are speak the nonsense. But those who are busy with the spiritual activities, they have no time to speaking, gossiping, unnecessary prajalpo. They have no time. I'm so busy. Yes, Aarti Mataji, what happened? Prabhu, I have some problem. Yes, please tell me. This. Okay, Mataji, you can do this and this will be okay. Cut it. Aarti Mataji, maybe Vishakha. What is this? Prabhu is very rough and tough. Only give answer. Prabhu can speak. Oh, Aarti, how are you? How your heart? Oh, you look so beautiful. Yes, Mataji, your sweet voice. I like you. Yes. What do you eat? This is unnecessary. Then we are going to so more deep, more deep, more deep. Then finish. Then going to some more nonsense. That's why. But Aarti Mataji understand. Prabhuji is very personality. Few minutes before we have finished the Bhagavatam class, there is now we are speaking, reading that Kordamoni and the Devahutis, the settlement for the marriage. So when the Devahuti's father went to take the proposal for the Devahuti to get married, to give the marriage to Kordamuni. Kordamuni one was said, one sentence he said, I like your daughter. She's so brilliant. She looks so pretty, very nice. But I can get married to your daughter. When your daughter become pregnant, that day I will go to the forest, my renounced life. After that, he become, stop it, and he's going to absorb in chanting. So here is a, I am just to giving the speech. So this is the devoted person. He not to think, oh, maybe Monu Maharaj after that can say, oh, Kardamani, what you say? A girl will get married within 1 year, become pregnant. Then what will the future of your daughter, my daughter? What will happen? What type of your husband? Kardamani one word say, if you like, then you can give marriage to your daughter. If you don't like, then you can choose another boy who can give whole life. So this is my capability and this is my mentality. I will make him pregnant and after that I'll go. Either if you like me, you can come. If you don't like me, you can choose another one. So a devotee always to be key should speak when it is necessary, not unnecessary. That's why you see, even if you are look at our shape of the body, you see, for speaking, how many organ keep it? One organ. But for listening, two organ, 2 ears, but one. And another thing you can look at, ear has no cover, but for mouth has a cover, the lips. So that means we should hear so much, we should speak less. Lot of hearing, and after that considering and realizing, thinking, after that you say. After that you say. But if you are so much speaking, even in your boyfriend, when you are too much speaking, when your girlfriend too much speaking, this is nonsense, ridiculous. Okay, yes, Mataji, yes, my lover, yes, my darling. After that thinking, passing, only speaking. You cannot maybe directly can say, but when you cut the mobile, then you are feeling, oh my God, Baba, I'm now free. If you pick up the mobile, only speaking. That's why a devotee always should speak when it is necessary, not unnecessary, because a tongue is imbalanced. If you are giving the freedom, speaking, and going to the nonsense. Because when you are giving the freedom to the tongue, then not connected to the heart, then connected to the mind. Because what is mind is coming and you are speaking. But when you are less speaking, when it is necessary, then it is coming through the heart. Coming through the heart. Second point, one can determine the consciousness of a person by hearing him speak. Can you understand what I say? One can determine the consciousness of a person by hearing him speak. That means a person is what type of person that you can understand by his speech. So I can understand what type of woman is Aarti Mataji by hearing his speech. That's so what type of consciousness you are, that is you can recognize by the hearing. So in this material world, people are recognizing the person through the eyes and make a relationship. That's why they are very easily broken up. But a sadhu is to be choosing a person to hearing his speech. When you hearing his speech, then you can understand what consciousness you are. Because a person speech is coming through the consciousness, not by the any other thing. Because what consciousness he are, speak. Such like I'm giving an example. Sometimes I can see some of the like young brahmacharis, that day I'm speaking to Vishanti Mataji. She was calling for something, so I am speaking. So what I'm just giving example from one of my life exam. So one brahmachari got married. So that day he saw me on the street and he said, "Hey Prabhuji, I didn't see so much in temple. I heard that you got married." I said, "Yes, I'm get married. I have a wife in my room. Would you like to see? Then you can come." I said, "No, I'm busy." I said, "You put the post on the Facebook?" I said, "Yes, you check my Facebook and you can see." And that day again, Prasadam time, he saw me. He said, "Hey, you were telling like other devotees." Said, "No, you are only class, where you get married." I said, "Your consciousness only wanted to hear that wife. That's why I'm satisfied you. Yes, I am a wife." That means he only consciousness wife. That's why when he saw some brahmachari, he think about when that brahmachari will get married. So you understand? Because he already got married now. He already got married. Now he is suffering with the wife. We know that. That's why he wanted to hear other person also to suffer. That is why he wanted to hear. That is wanted to hear. Understand? That's why a person consciousness you can recognize by his hearing speech. Hearing speech. Sometimes you have a relationship and you are just breaking up. Then you are going to someone. "Hey, what about that is relationship? What is going on? What is that?" That means your consciousness you can understand by hearing your speech. So it's very clear. We have to understand that a person is not recognized by appearance. A person is recognized by his speech. So consciousness cannot do showing. You can't be showing a consciousness showing by speech. Now come to the third point. The one the one manifestation of the materialistic mentality is the urge to speak. This is the third point. The one manifestation of materialistic mentality is the urge to speak. How you can understand a person is a materialistic? When is too much urge to speak. And how you can understand a person is a spiritual? When you see a person not to be interested or too much interested to speaking about mundane or materialistic thing, then you understand he's a spiritual. But when is some person, "Oh, Arti Mataji, what is going on here with the love affair? What is going on, your mother? Oh, Vishanti Mataji, what about? Why you didn't get married? Oh, maybe you didn't get the lavana. Your husband, maybe you break up. What is this by? This is his life. Get married, not married. That is her life. I am not so interested. I have so many sadhanas, so many books. She called me, "Prabhu, I want to know this." Okay, give answer. "Yes, Prabhu, when is the Ekadashi?" "Mataji, tomorrow is it." "Oh, Prabhu, you said that I should post." "Yes, Mataji, you posted this." Okay, bas. But if oh, Mataji, you are getting old. What will happen when you get married? So you understand he's a materialistic person. So how you can understand a person is a material or he's in the stage of material or spiritual? You understand the arts of speaking. When his arts of speaking in the materialistic thing, then you understand he is a materialistic. But yes, another urge is that I'm a Arti Mataji, what happened? How many rounds you are chanting? When you wake up, Mataji, every day, how much time you are in association with the devotees? Then this kind of arts you understand, this fellow, this Prabhu is a devoted. He's a spiritual. But when you going to your personal life, interpret this, that, even you are not interested to, then you understand he's a materialistic person. If I speak, it is, yes, if she can ask something about personal, then I can say something. If she not, I have no time for interesting, oil your own machine. I have a lot of problems. So you understand? Like this. Now come to the number 4. When we excessively talk, we reduce the span of our life. That I say. When you too much speaking, that means you are the reduce your span of life. Because it is Bhagavatam says, you are too much speaking without Krishna consciousness. That means you are a span of your life. You are just reducing. That's why you have to speak less. But if you are speaking the Krishna Katha, then no problem. But when you are speaking the mundane things, then your life span will reduce. When you excessively you are trying. So we are very, very careful to this point. Because modern days, we are like holding the mobile and started to speaking to girlfriend, boyfriend. Whole night is passed. Whole night is passed. But still we are not to stop the speaking. And if it is good that if we are speaking some spiritual, then good. But we are speaking all are mundanes. All are mundane. Now come to the number 5. The urge to speaking is so strong that we do not realize that we are wasting the valuable human time and energy and merely inviting the death. Inviting the death. The urge to speaking is so strong that we do not realize that we are wasting the valuable human life, because our life is very short. We have a lot of responsibilities, we have the duties, but we are only to for mundane things, speaking and spending the time. That means we are inviting the death to the closer, but we are forget to do the main duty, the main purpose. That's why we have to be less speaker. What is really too necessary, that you speak. That's why a devotee, the 26 quality, there is one quality is mono. Mono means you have to be a less speaker. Where is necessary to speak about Krishna, that you will say. Where is no connecting with the spirituality, there you no need to speak. That is speak to the mundane people. Now come to the number 6 point. 6 number point. Just because something is true, it doesn't give us a right to speak it indiscriminately if it is not beneficial. Repeating. Just because something it is true, it doesn't give us a right to speak it indiscriminately if it is not beneficial. Something is true. Something is true. And for that you are not right that you are speaking. Some true things you are speaking. No. If it is not beneficial for my spirituality, no connection. Something true matters. Such example, Arti Mataji's mother left the body. Now there is some meeting is going on. They are doing Shraddha or Pinda ceremony. Okay. So all of them, sister, brother, they are speaking. Somebody think about, I will give charity to the poor people. Somebody speaking, no, I will do feeding to the street people. Somebody think, no, I have to do one thing. Those who are orphanage, I have to. Maybe it is inevitable, but they are all are speaking, all are mundane steps. But they're not speaking. No, 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 my mother left the body. We have to go to the temple. We have to pray. We have to feed brahmanas. We have to do Gita, Jagga. We have to feeding Gomata. So if it is a true matter, my mother left the body. But if it is not beneficially for spirituality, you keep quiet or skip that place. So that is the main. Sometimes some true things, something essential or family matter. But if it is you feel it is not necessarily for the spirituality, no need to speak. Keep quiet. Let them chance whatever they do. Whatever they do. Maybe you can't stop them. They have a right. Okay, do it, Baba, whatever you right, you do. That's why a true things not means the true is giving you the license that whatever you indiscriminately you can say. No. If it is beneficial for my spirituality, then I can speak. If it is not my beneficial for my spiritual life, then I no need to interfere. I no need to interfere. Anna, like a Vishaka Mataji understand, oh, Prabhu, Arti Mataji really my true friend. Now she's in some, maybe some family problem or affair problem. It is good now, Prabhu. I have to speak. What? If I am asked, Vishaka Mataji, is it helping for your spiritual life? No, Prabhu. But at least he's my true friend. She's my true. What is true friend? True friend, if she wanted to hearing some Krishna consciousness, then you speak. She wanted to hear from the some problems to tell you and make your mind and life is more complicated. So what you'll do? Rather, you can speak if that is Mataji wanted to hear some spiritual things. Then you can speak. Mataji wanted, okay, I'm so exhausted. Yeah. Vishaka Mataji, can you please to tell some Gita? Can you tell some pastimes of Bhagavatam? Or let's go to hearing some Katha for Maharaj or Prabhuji's. Then you can speak. But material world, what is true and what is false? You should not do hear that. That's why I'm always to giving an example. In this material world, we have to become like a 1 cup of milk and a biscuit. Giving the example. How? If you want to enjoy the biscuit, then you not to dip in your biscuit, whole biscuit into the hot milk. Then it will become melt. You will put the biscuit inside the milk, like a 1 inch. Then you can enjoy it. But you are 10 inch at a time dip in, then you will melt. Then you can't enjoy. Then you have to find another one. That's why I'm also to say the relationship matter, that matter. Don't give it 100% at a time. Then they can get your personality. Then they started to use it. Giving 1 inch and scrutiniously to search and find, is it is good for my life? Is it is giving me respect, these things? According to that, you are state. Go ahead. But if you are 100% one time, give it. And after that, you understand. That time you cannot to bring back that whole biscuit. Because you are already to melt in the milk. Understand? Now come to the 7th number point. A preacher has to develop the exercise to speak according to time, place, and circumstance. So here is, I'm making the point, preacher. Actually, not only a preacher. We are everybody a preacher. We are everybody. I am preacher as a spiritual in the spiritual ground. You are a preacher in your family, in your relationship. So you have to speak according to the time, place, and circumstance. Most of the time, we don't know what should we speak according to the time, place, and circumstance. That's why we cannot keep our relationship strong. Now my relationship, I have to be practical speaking. If I become emotional, then you have to not make a good relationship. That's why you have to understand with whom you are speaking, which time you are speaking, and which circumstance you are speaking. That you have to understand. If you don't understand that, then you not to become the good personality. When you are falling in love, after few months you are started to speaking to the marriage. If you see that boy skip the marriage and speaking about only relationship, then you have to understand this boy wanted to enjoy my body, not wanted to get married. So I have to skip. So you have to speak according to the time, place, and circumstance, not whatever your mouth is coming and you're speaking. Then your relationship. Sometime it is, I'm telling, like such example, Aarti Mataji is a example, is a married woman. She has a husband, and now husband coming back to the office. Immediately, oh, you come, see, this is the telephone bill. Oh, you came, you see, this is your electricity bill. Oh, you come, look, this is your son bill, school bill. Oh, look at, this is the washing bill. Look, no shabji. Husband thinking, what nonsense wife I get married. Just now I'm whole day, 8 hours. I just came from the office. Arti, you can say that things in another time. Now, just I come back and you are telling this. I should take shower, take prasad and relax. Then you can say. That's why you have to understand which situation is that. That is, I am one time to counseling one of the devotee family. They have some fighting. So they are coming to counseling me. I said, why that fighting is happening? And husband, I first asked, what is the complaint about your wife? He gave a complaint. Prabhu, my wife don't know which time what should speak. When I come back office, she's coming to the all the bills, all the problems. What is the children problem? Everything. My mind already too heavy coming back to office. You that time to say something good things, relax, good food, some smile, this and that. But that time she's brought the problem. I already to come 8 hours, so many problems I face it and come back. Now I need some relax, the good association. That's why you have to understand which time, which place. Same way. Now I am speaking about the speaking matter, art of speaking. If it is a 70 years old, 4 or 5 devotees are sitting, I not speaking this matter. This speech I will giving in another way. Because 70 or 60 years ladies or Prabhujis no need to hearing this kind of word. They need to another. There I will speak. You are a 70 years old. So your speech will be so nice that your wife should be very pleasing to you. Your speech will be so nice that your son always to avoid you. That's why. But you are here is a young couple, a young older devotee. That's why I'm speaking. What is your relationship problem? Yes, you have to understand time, place, and circumstance. According to the time, place, just like we can see, if you read in Bhagavatam, there you most of the places you will see that Shukadev Goswami, when he is speaking, there is some no coherence. One pastime said, go to the another pastime. One pastime said, go to the another pastime, another pastime. Why there is no? Because Shukadev Goswami understand. Parikshit Maharaj has a 7 days in his hand. So during this time, I have to speak that kind of lecture. What is really too necessary for him? Now it is not to telling the one story in the whole. What is really too necessary? That's why most of the time we don't know, understand which time, which place, which circumstance we have to speak sometime. You know? Even husband sometimes cannot to get the Then I asked to Mataji, Mataji, what is the problem from your husband's side? Then Mataji said, Prabhu, one problem my husband, what is this? When I am in sad, something about my children, doing some, not to study this and that time he started to gossiping, started to just like a joking, or just like a something unnecessary thing. I am that time serious. You should be serious. So that means you have to time place out. If you see a person is serious, that time you are speaking serious. A person is like a smiling or like a jolly, you will speaking that time jolly things. So you have to understand that. Otherwise, you never become a good preacher. Never become a good preacher or the good speaker. Now come to the 8th number. A devotee should have the intelligence and judgment when to do what, when to be silent, when to be reserved, when to be speak a few words, and when to be speak a lot. That means a devotee have to be a judgmental mind. And that judgmental mind, how to she can create? To listening the lot of from the scriptures. When you lot of scriptures you can hear, then you become a judgmental. Or this place actually, maybe this is the Vishakha Mataji's own problem, their family problem. Here I am, Arti is the outsider. I should not be speak about. I should keep quiet and go away. This is their family matter. But I'm, oh my friend, why am not to? Yes, what happened? Vishakha, tell me. Are this boy, I don't like it. Boy never can become a good. Leave it. Then maybe Vishakha raised and said, hey Arti, who are you? Who are you? You can speak to my personal life. Who gave you permission? Then you are shocked. You are shocked. That's why where you have no value, there you should not speak. You keep quiet. That's why you have to first to judgmental. Is it give me the priority to my speech? If they give my value to my speech, then I can speak. If they not to give me the values, then I not to speak. I should keep quiet. That's why a devotee should be intelligent and the judgmental. How they become judgmental and intelligent? Where these two sentences will come in our life? When we are so much to hearing the scriptures. Because scriptures knowledge is the practical science. Practical science. Because there is, everything is there. Even the teachers, where should he speak, where should not speak, everything. Now come to the point number 9. It is better to keep quiet than to speak materialistic nonsense. Better than speaking materialistic nonsense is to speak something spiritual. So that means it is better to speak the materialistic things, rather better to speak the spiritual things. Not too much speaking material thing. Better to speak some spiritual thing. That is better. Now come to the number 10th point. The correct use of the speech is neither to keep speaking materialistic topic, nor it is maintain a vow of silence. The real solution is to speak Krishna Katha. That means our scriptures not to say that you should not speak. You must be speak, but not material and not unnecessary. You speak only Krishna Katha and only the Krishna consciousness philosophy. Otherwise, you not speak. Even make a relationship. If they speak according to the spiritual logic, then you can speak. But if they speak with the material logic, then you not need to speak. Yes, then somebody can say, Arti Mataji, I wanted to speak some logical. You will ask, this logic according to scripture, then I can speak. If it is not logical, no. But because material logic means there is some four defects. Brahmo, Pramad, Karunapato, Vipralipsha. But spiritual logic, there is a perfection. Perfection. Then come to the number 11th. When Krishna Katha is spoken, we get purified the entire world and also us. So when you speak the spiritual thing, it will not only to purify yourself, it is also to purify the world, society, and everybody. That's why a devotee always should speak according to the scriptures and the Krishna Katha. That is good for me and good for others, good for society, good for human being. So that is the art of speaking, and very sweet. And a devotee always to speak sweet, and must be, it is logical, and it is also a very, good listening word. Not like you are telling something logical, but very harshly. No. The devotees speak should be very logical and very sweet and very profound. Very profound. Not light things you are speaking. Even if you are loving matter, you can speak. Krishna, even to say to the Radharani, I love you. But there is some sweetness. There is some profundity there. And also there is a logic. Why am I like? Because your simplicity, your the depth of my love, you are so dedicated. That's why I love you. Not I am by your body, I am lusty to you. So that's why when you speak, the devotee should speak very sweetly, softly, and also intelligently, and also profoundly, and also that logically. Because material people, everything is speaking illogical, but Shastra always to speak logical. Logical. Even your emotion, you can express by the logic. You can say, Prabhu, where there is emotion, there is no logic. Yes, where there is emotion, there is also logic. Radharani said, why Krishna, you leave it me and go to another? Maybe there is a logic because I am sometimes rude to you. That's why. You see, Radharani also give the logic. So love affair, speaking also there is some logic. Without logic, can you speak the mundane people or lusty people? So you have to understand, we should not become a less speaker, we become a Krishna speaker. What is the Krishna says? What is the other purified myself? What is the make the purified to others? That we speak. That we speak. Understand? That's why speak, S-P-E-A-K. So speak means the S stand means silent. That means no material speaking. So S means silent. That means no material speaking. There you become silent. P means speak practically, not emotionally. P means the practically, not emotionally. Most of the time, relationship is break up. They are speaking so much emotional. S-P-E. E means that S-P-E. E means energetic word. That means E means energetic word. You speak what is to bring the energy to someone's life. Not speak something what is to make it someone it deserted. Speak something. What is to bring the energy to one deserted person or like a broken up a person? SPEA. A means sorry, speak, SPEA. A means accordingly. Accordingly means you can speak according to the scriptures. Speak according to the scriptures. Not whatever your mind is coming, your heart is coming, that is you are telling. And K means speak keenly. That means with the knowledge. I mean the intelligence. Keenly. KEEN. And keenly. Speak with the intelligence. Then people cannot to cheat with you. People cannot to, the using to you. Understand? So this is that speaking means. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So anybody has any question or comments? Yes. Vishakha Mataji, any question and comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for this class. It's really helping. And the comment is that I learned now how to actually speak to one of the Matajis in the temple, because we inquired like a little stumbling block last week, but we didn't know how to, like speak to her because she's elderly to us. So we're just like, okay, Mataji, no problem, we get back to you. So yeah, it's really good points, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. And now I know not to speak to Aarti Mataji too much, because we're generally all the time on the phone. So yeah, so we should speak more Krishna conscious stuff. But Prabhuji,
Yes. Speak
it's
in
like
Krishna consciousness. I
our
don't say that
mind,
you
but
should not to speak. You can speak, but speak in Krishna consciousness. Material things, how much it is proper said. Material things, how much you are just to mixing. You not to think about from there coming to butter. How much you are mixing or just to steering. This coming to the all the rubbish. So rather you can less that is mixturing, rather you are mixturing the Krishna, then coming to the nectar. Yes.
yes, Prabhuji, but sometimes like we speak about Krishna conscious, but like we speak about everything and anything, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we
is
really
better
do speak
because
a
you
lot.
cannot to controlling your tongue. When you cannot to control, then
Yes.
starting with the Krishna, but if you are going to little bit take the bring the another thing immediately, that means you're speaking also to be take the proper understanding. I will speak this matter, after that not to go any other. Yes, Mataji, I will speak this matter. You no need to say Aarti Mataji that you this matter I will speak. After that you will cut it. If I go to more, then my mind, because I'm not so much spiritual, then my mind can turn in another things. Just like a speaker, when he's coming to the giving the class, he's coming with one of the topic. After topic finish, he's going. If you read in the Bhagavatam, you will every place see, just like I'm giving one to example. Krishna came in front of the, as a Narsimhadev in front of the, appeared in front of the Prahlad. So he came, he killed the Hiranyakashipu, he gave the blessings, went away. Krishna not stand and said, who will take care of you? Now you have no father. How you can alive? you are a child, who cook for you. Krishna don't speak this. You said your father is the problem. That's why I kill. I make you free. Now I gave you the opulence. Now you maintain. That's enough. Krishna is God. Come to the Dhruva Maharaj. Krishna appeared, gave blessings, benediction, property. Krishna entered. So it is like that. But when you not to do that, then the problem is creating. Okay. Understand?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Can
Yes,
you speak
Prabhuji, thank
full
you.
form
Hare
or
Krishna.
speak?
Huh?
Can you speak full form or speak?
Yes.
It is for
S for silence. P for, that is in, what I saying?
personality.
No. P for practical.
Practical.
Yeah. And E for, what I saying? Energetic. Energetic words. And A for according to the scriptures. A for according to the scriptures. And K for keenly. I mean, that means the intelligence way.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Aarti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhu, I have a question. How do we differentiate speaking from the mind and speaking from the heart?
How you differentiate? Every place, if you are speaking with the heart, then that will affect to the other person. But when you are speaking through the mind, how you understand that a person is speaking to the heart or a person speaking to the mind? When you will see who is speaking, he is to speak for your benefit. That is, you understand that person is speaking from the heart. But when you understand this person is speaking, but it is not my benefit, his benefit, then you understand he is speaking from the mind, because he is very tricky. Understand? Next. Unmute.
And I understand, Prabhuji. And then when it comes to control of speech, how do we avoid, as you said, having this increased communication to us, and in the art of communication, and you said we should listen more and speak less. But what happens when we approach by people who speak more and we tend to respond less, but and we're still attracting people that speak more?
No, when people are trying to make you that you speak more, but you will say, I just come to here to speak that mass. So you try to understand that mass. I don't want it to give you. When you understand a person to hearing more, and that is you understand, that means you are not to hearing my speech. You are to attracting my bodily beauty. But if you understand the less speaking, I gave a lot of content in the inside. Understand? Our main problem in this material world, we are looking the content. But spiritual science said, Krishna will see the intent. We are looking the content, but Krishna look at the intent. That's why when people are see that content, how much you speak, how much that means is too judgmental. But when people are think about your intent, that means he is spiritual. That's why in local place or local gathering, you will make your the topic, and you will understand what type of people you will that is speaking. Now you will say you try to understand it, try to go to the deeper, then you can understand people are there. Just like Urmila Mataji gave a class, and 2 times he gave the hearing from the people. You write it, what you understand. You write it, what you make it. That means then you can understand who is the real listener, really can understand your speech. And when you see, oh, these people just as a fun to sit and enjoying my word, then you no need to speak too much. Then you understand it is just like they are not to listening. They are just to endeavoring something beauty or this and that. That is their enjoy. Understand? That you have to understand. Yes.
Sabit, one last question.
Yes.
In the art of communication, and for some of us, it's easy to talk about emotions or personal information. But then on the other hand, there's some of us who that art of communication, we can talk at a surface level, but when it comes to interacting with deeper than the surface level, we find it really difficult to find that art of communication. So how do we develop that art of communication to communicate on our deeper intent of, if we want to approach for assistance or help, how do we get to that level in that art of communication?
I will say that if you really to speak about your deeper emotion to any person, first you have to keep one thing to maintain with that person, that is the respect. Otherwise, don't speak to your deeper things with the irrespective person or a friendship person, because friends cannot to make your solving your problem. Your deeper problem, you speak with the respectable person, because they are not to playing the games. They will give you advice. But if you speak into the friendly person, they can enjoy it, but they not to give you the real solution. That's why you can see when people are falling in the deep, so many difficulties and problems, where they're going? They go to the spiritual person or senior personality, because they're not to playing your emotions. That's why with someone you wanted to share in your life or your problems, you can speak who are serious person. Then you can get the real content, the real advice from them. Understand? Another thing is that if your deeper problem you wanted to speak, first thing, problems can solve who? Those who have a experience. Understand my word? Problems can solve those who have a experience. Without experience, it cannot to solve the problem. Such an example, you not understand my word. I'm giving example. Such like you make a pasta, but it was now too much chili. It is a problem. Now you wanted to make it now the less chili. How is it possible? To whom you will go? You go to the Vishaka. Vishaka don't know she is also like you. You go to the Vishaka's mother, because she's experienced. So she said, oh, Aarti, don't worry, beta. You can do one thing. Little bit more sabji you put it and mix up, then balance. I have an experience like sometime before when I am like your age, sometime happen. Then my mother said, if you have too much chili, then you put little bit more sabji. Then when more sabji will go, then it will become the balance. So where there is a problem, there you need experience. Without experience, you cannot to solve your problems. So who is the experienced person? Always to be spiritual and the senior. But if you are going to the equal, what is Vishaka, if you are going to the Vishaka, what can I do? Prabhuji is coming. I make a pasta. It is too much silly, Vishaka. You cannot do. Prabhu will come and you will say, what is this? Vishaka, Prabhu is coming. He is coming. You are smiling. I am happy that Prabhu will eat and think about what is Aarti. She is joking with you. And if you call to the Vishaka's mother, she will, okay, better, I understand. This is Prabhu will come. It's okay, no problem. You quickly, some more beans and potatoes and some cauliflower you put and mix up, then you look. She not to joking and like a flatting to you. Yeah, she is a senior personality, na? She not to be joking like that. So now you understand? Clear? It is like Hare Krishna. So okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So we have to stop now here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare. That's why chant more, read more, and speak about Krishna. Then that will be nice. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody. Abhijit Prabhu, thank you. Thank you, Aarti Mataji and Vishaka Mataji and Sangeeta Mataji. Hari Bol. Radhe Radhe.
Thank